for Liquid is they win the lane and they doing Roche and they push tower, they play fast. And when Wyvern can slow their speed.
Be good at it as up top miCKe.
miCKe, is that going to be first blood? Indeed it is. Jabz on his Winter Wyvern off lane. Inject some HP and mana to him. Ollie takes the soul assumption. Boxi continuing with the batteries onto the tower. He's going to get the kill, but if Zai goes down, this would be Talon favorite for sure. Gets the bash and 23 Savage. Actually, Ollie, tech side of Talon.
No, Wisdom Rune.
Yeah, this is a pretty big deal. Boxi trying to snag this one, and he'll get it. Might be able to get a kill on Ollie as well. Getting slowed by the Wyvern though, as Jabz trying to tank up that battery assault, and with the charge coming in, that will ensure that at least they get the kill onto Boxi.
I mean, Boxi will definitely take that turn.
Oh, miCKe.
As
miCKe's going to get spotted. There's the charge and the zip. It's going to be an easy pickoff. Trying to get the kill for Mikoto, and he'll find it.
Both had Shadow Blades queued up, but it's only Jabz, so he wants to be an invisible dragon later on. Very hype.
That's always hype.
Oh, charged through.
Yeah, Boxi not able to get the cogs off. Hook shot onto the creeps, but he still finds the connection he needs, but Mikoto's there to help out. Ends up getting this kill onto the Clockwork eventually as the Global Silence first usage of the game. But now Talon on the run as Nisha trying to make a connection as well as miCKe slowing them down with the Lucent
23 is TPing.
Maelstrom is online now for 23 Savage. Mikoto completely out of mana though. The full Eclipse now basically reserved for Jabz, but he gets off the curse just in time. And that means miCKe is beating the ever-living crap out of Obi. Gets saved though. Nice job from Insania, but the Chronosphere coming out onto miCKe because Insania can't link up to the Luna any further. Flipping a 2-for-1 to start as Q's going to drop next. Nisha getting extremely low and is brought down by 23 Savage. Finishing that Maelstrom just in time. A double kill for him. Boxi back into the fight again. Gets 22 Savage inside the cog. The time walk towards the fountain. By the fountain, I mean the Lotus Pool. Basically the same.
Take Roche really quickly.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, Nisha. Gotta be a bit careful.
Remember to have this ward.
Bit careful, young man. He's getting charged. And you can see Insania was looking like he might have wanted to link up to Nisha. He's getting charged still, and he will die. He gets most of the Ancients, but just like that, 2 dead for Liquid. Jabz, cold embracing himself. The Global comes out. Zai also out of mana and surrounded by members of Talon. Jabz just going to go down to the Familiars, but it'll be a trade for Zai. So 3 dead for Liquid, and they find the offlane and support. Boxi able to TP out in the midst of danger. In Talon's favor. Zai breaking the smoke. Q's gonna be the first there. Hook shot into the cogs. Global Silence. The Cold Embrace saving him for the time being. As 23 Savage and company just have to look on as the Space Cow does drop. Is that enough for Liquid to feel secure and take?
Get my BKB. Let's play towards some of our next timings as Liquid. This is exactly what they have to do in this game to try and keep it even or even try to get ahead in this game.
And Nisha getting the age.
As Mikoto is TPing in.
Charge is coming. Bulldoze activated. Zai, the Yules is there from Nisha. Take off the Bulldoze, forcing out the BKB from Q. Now Mikoto trying to go on top of Visage, but that is a really tanky target. 23 Savage is looking for a potential Chronosphere, but gets stunned mid-air. And now will be forced back by the Ancients, kind of in a weird spot.
Jabz is dying.
Jabz is just going down, but the Chronosphere comes out on 2. The Curse on top of Luna, not the greatest layering from Talon. It's a 1-for-1, but that's a core for support, and now they're gonna find the big bad faceless Void. Down goes 23 Savage, and now
there it is,
we're gonna see the Tormentor. Who gets the shard? It's gonna be the Jetpack.
It's Jetpack Man.
In here. Oh, 23 Savage is gonna get the Chrono. This is on the Luna.
They'll need to glow the reload.
Aegis this time. Relocate, but the Global Silence is there, so they do get the successful kill onto the Luna. Now the charge onto Insania. Nisha left all alone for the time being, and his partner in crime will drop. Nisha still with that Aegis in tow, and the TP is actually canceled via the curse, so Zai's stuck in place as well. Very good fight for Talon, but 23 Savage taking a little bit too much damage. Boxi with the hook shot onto the BKB Q, stuck inside the cogs. They'll be able to clean him up, but 23 Savage going in and out with that shard. And it looks like Zai will eventually be brought down to his knees. If Visage does have knees, we'll never know as Boxi
the bash.
The trees with Nisha trying to get up. The TP gets canceled. That is the Aegis, and he is going to be completely surrounded by Talon. Getting off the Bloodstone with that Pulse Nova as well, so they have to be a bit careful, but 23 Savage is there to try and finish him off in style. And from range they go. Q with another charge, and a huge fight for Talon despite giving up the Aegis and cheese.
Damn, it's 20 in first. It is nighttime soon. So that will help them a lot with the Luna Aura.
Yep, smoke broken. Q. We'll find Boxi to start. Turns on the jetpack. Mikoto with the BKB. Trying to finish off this clockwork, but that's a pretty hard kill to get. But Nisha all alone in the river. Insania is ready to go. Gets off his Greaves. They global, but it's really to no effect. But 23 Savage coming in with the Chronosphere. Insania has his relocate going, and that'll save Nisha. But Zai will get blown up inside the Chrono. Now these big spells are down.
Good curse.
Big curse onto 2, but it's only Nisha right-clicking Io. Ends up not having that much of an effect, and now Ollie on the run as Liquid trying to get something out of this fight other than the Wyvern. Ollie goes down to 1 Lucent Beam. Savage in and out again, but these buildings are just melting in the face of Liquid. There's the initiation from Mikoto into absolutely nothing because they have nothing, but miCKe still drops. The melee racks 1 hit away. Nisha going in for the last-ditch effort here. We'll be able to get that melee racks. The range, the only thing alive now for Talon between them and Mega Creeps. As Q gets bursted into the ground, it's a buyback down to the Spirit Breaker. But this is going to be Megas for Liquid. Despite losing their position 1, they get basically everything they signed up for. This will be a dieback if he's not careful. Jabz getting bursted down by this Pulse Nova. There's the Chronosphere onto 2. It's going to be enough to take out Zai. Let's see if Insania will be next. Nice fuels from Nisha.
Good
Mikoto comes in with the Electric Vortex onto 2. Big charge coming in as well. They finally take down the Io. But even if they were to team wipe here, it's still Mega Creeps. Nisha TPing out, but the Nether Strike is there to cancel it. He's going to have to try to get back the old-fashioned way.
Good cogs.
Nice cogs from Boxi, keeping 23 Savage busy. But they have vision, so Q gets another charge onto Nisha on the back line as Boxi's going to go down to the right clicks. So the last remaining, adding insult to injury, Mega Creeps, they get the Wisdom Rune. Nisha will likely die as Q really wants to finish him off, and he'll do so. So a full team wipe, but Talon.
Does the Eclipse go away? I think it does. So that's the one risk you have.
Glaives. Both tier 4s extremely low. Q forced to pop his BKB.
Eclipse.
There's the Eclipse coming out. There's the Chronosphere onto 4 heroes into absolutely nothing. That has been the problem for Talon all game long, but a nice charge. Keeping Nisha at bay. He's getting pretty low, but the Bloodstone keeping him nice and healthy. Another Eclipse comes out. Not enough to get an initial kill, though. But again, the Ancient exposed. There's the fortification, but Liquid will likely be able to take this out now as GGs are called. So Liquid take game number 1. I mean, you can see
chill for a few minutes and be like, hey, we tried to play against Io, it didn't work out. It's okay, we just go next, right? That's one path you can take. Or it can be like, oh, we had so many good team fights, we had so many good moments this game.
Which team would you rather be a part of for game 2?
I think Liquid, they want to play like multi-card to win this game. But I still...
Such a thing. As we're going to see the Impale onto 23 Savage, getting blocked by Zai as well. Blood Grenade comes out, Timber Chain to follow. He's going to have to use that Fairy Fire, but the Whirling Death is enough with the right click from Zai. And the Impale is going to come eventually. Does he have the damage to finish him off? Another right click, but the Fairy Fire's there. Echo Stomp from Ollie, and they're going to actually turn this around onto Boxi. Gets off the 1 charge, but he will drop in the end. Good turn.
Wanna go on miCKe here.
miCKe. Triple teamed, Echo Stomp is there, Jabz is going to get a nice spear. It's on a little bit too far, actually hits the crystals, then he teleports to the tree. This game is still in beta as Ollie getting pursued now as Insania shows up with the link up onto miCKe.
Zai is TPing here.
Indeed. Oh, they find a Terror Blade. He's going to get hexed. 23 Savage trying to run away despite being in a metaform. He's all alone and dies for a 2nd time this game. Completely isolated as Zai trying to focus down Jabz now. The Chakram is there. He's level 6 versus Jabz is level 4. Just such a big difference in the laning stage. Again, coming from Liquid. And they're going to give the kill to miCKe. That's a double kill for a Sven. Man, oh man. Even Insania gets out. Talon get nothing. Does he go? He does actually pick up Sunder.
If
a lot of times you hold on to
done.
this. Yeah. I can see if they can turn this around. Boxi. Looking for the opening. The Impale is there. 23 Savage needs to get the Sunder off, and he does. Onto Boxi with the reflection to follow.
Okay.
That kill goes the way of Talon in the end for them.
Oh, they see Nisha and they have Blink Arena. He is kind of alone.
Shot. Pace is picked up.
Aggressive
But there's the Arena into the spear.
Relocate.
Relocate is coming. But the Echo Stomp is there just in time. Nisha getting some help from miCKe. The pumps the construct. Mikoto getting super low. He dies first. It's a trade of the mids. And it looks like Ollie will likely be next. Another casual right click is there from miCKe. Jabz trying to save his teammate, gets a spear, but
they
don't have the damage to take out this big bad Sven unless 23 Savage shows up. But he's going to take some damage from miCKe. miCKe is not scared at all. Impale from the high ground from Boxi. Big finger of death on the 23 Savage, but he's going to live through the day as miCKe is the one that's bursted. And now Boxi and the rest of Liquid on the run. 23 Savage looking for an opening onto Boxi. He'll find it pretty easily. And he shows up and gets catapulted. Aggression from Liquid on the rune.
Hey, what a nice play there by Talon as it's not over yet.
Zai is stuck on the cliff though. Has no trees. Okay, Nisha is there. Split Earth connects. And they finally will take down the Big Bag Terrorblade. End it out, so they have an idea this is going to happen.
Nice read.
With a big Storm Hammer, but the Earth Splitter into the Mars Arena. Echo Stomp after the fact. They're going to find Mikoto, who just gets stuck on the wrong side. So despite the aggression from Talon, Liquid able to defeat Savage in the meta form. Gonna get some help via Mikoto onto Zai, who's basically out of mana, but miCKe on the other side of the tree line gets the Blink Storm Hammer. Do they have... No, they don't have the CC, but yeah, the spear is there. The CC is on the side of Talon instead. So Boxi takes a tumble, and now miCKe all alone. Zai can only look on, but Nisha's on the way. They're gonna lose their Sven though right off the bat. And Liquid now force the hightail away. Although Zai
he got him!
Deletes Mikoto! This man has some balls. He dies shortly after, but you gotta respect it. 3 for 1 in favor of Talon and miCKe. So he has his harpoon right now.
Nisha.
Arena comes out onto Nisha.
He's all
alone. Mikoto with a very long zip. A little too long, some would say. Is Insania now linking up with Sven, coming back into this fight. Nisha's actually going to live as a result of this, although 23 Savage is continuing to chase. Looks like Ollie's the first to die, Q shortly after, so Liquid somehow able to get back into this fight and get a favorable result. They will lose Lion, but still, that was almost...
If they all in the TB, if they want to, I think he dies.
Good nice BKB. Gets the spear off as well. And now the zip in from Mikoto is going to force out the BKB of miCKe. Getting slowed to a crawl, but Nisha is here with Insania from the right side. But you can see Mikoto getting controlled and brought down to start the fight again. Trying to outpace this Aegis as Nisha is just barely going to die the last right click, but the boom time is coming. Thunder for 23 Savage, but the instant hex from Boxi is there. Very nicely done. Buyback now into Insania to try to get back into this fight. It's a long-ass mana drain. It's a 3 for 2 technically. Q,
I do like that as Boxi. Just chatting it up for now.
Yeah, I think they're going to spawn him. He gets the initiation on the great stun. Impale to follow. ET is dead right off the bat. 23 Savage getting pursued by miCKe, who's still BKB'd. Trying to finish off the Terrorblade from afar, but he's going to force out the BKB instead and walk away. It's a 2 for 1 in favor of Liquid so far, but the Sunder onto miCKe is enough to take out the Sven. Zai trying to slow him down. The boom is about to hit 23 Savage, but brings him down to half HP. Meanwhile, Nisha getting controlled. Looks like Q and Mikoto are able to get out. Now by the Lotus Pool is Q on the side with the trees. He's going to be the one to pop the smoke as Jabz comes up with the BKB and the Arena. And it looks like the Aegis will be claimed by Talon and 23 Savage. He pops his BKB a little bit prematurely as Boxi is going to be the first to fall. And
Mikoto's out of mana.
With that Bloodstone, Mikoto bursted down by miCKe. Does have the buyback. Let's see if the rest of Talon want to fight or disengage. That's going to be the buyback from Mikoto, though. Insania, he's going to get dropped, so no IO in this fight with any way to buy back as well. miCKe,
good the
right click from afar. Boxi in the trees. Jabz is completely surrounded and brought down, but Mikoto trying to finish off the Sven. He does so, and Zai looks to be next on the list for Talon. He's going to Timber Chain TP, and no way to cancel it.
There are 2 buybacks available.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no God Strength quite yet, though, as Zai going really deep in. 23 Savage is getting the Thunder off, but Boom Boom time is coming for Mr. 23 Savage. Nisha's there with the Bloodstone as Q, and Mikoto can only look on. Nice force staff to dodge the Boom Boom, but you can't outrun Zai. That is the Aegis down.
They have a cheese. Maybe they need to pass it over.
And Mikoto, he's basically out of mana. He just has to walk back. They're going to get the Glimmer off, but there's the Yules. Q. All they can do is look on again as 23 Savage completely surrounded. No Sunder in sight. He's going to pop his BKB. Try to TP out. Can he do it? No! The physical damage is just enough from the side of Liquid. Out cleanly, though. Zai, well, that's not clean. He didn't hit a tree on the way out. He's stuck inside this arena. Boom Boom is nullified, though. So not as tanky as he could be. As Insania connects, he has to relocate,
Insania.
still there. Earth Splitter comes out. Insania's going to relocate basically in place. Gets off the link onto Nisha, but he dies.
That's a dieback.
And now Nisha has to get the hell out, and Liquid, in turn, will have to do so as well. Nisha will barely TP out. They didn't have any stuns there, as the Echo Stomp does find Zai. So they get a very valuable kill in this defense. Here shortly. There's the zip in, the Mars Arena #1 from Jabz. So they're going to try to focus on the other side. As Boxi's really deep. He gets taken out first.
Signed it back.
Yep, that's the double chakra with the boom boom time coming for Ollie. Gets destroyed, but there's a nullifier to take it off shortly after. That's a buyback onto the Elder Titan. They don't have the same for Boxi though, Liquid side. And Nisha, a little bit of a late BKB, getting the Split Earth off onto Terrorblade, but Nisha getting controlled and brought down. That's a huge kill for Talon. And now Liquid on the run, but they're gonna get kept in place thanks to Jabz and company, but Insania able to get able to get miCKe out of dodge. Zai will not be so lucky in all likelihood. Very tanky, but will be taken out in the end. So good fight from
It's time. Don't want to... Hex.
And the Hex to start things out. Actually, double Hex this time.
What a storm
another Hex onto the Storm Spear, but there's a Mars Arena onto Zai. He's very tanky indeed. Mikoto getting relatively low will zip away. 23 Savage will run away with the BKB, getting up the Sunder onto Zai. There's a second arena from Jabz. It's going to connect mostly onto the IO, but the Sven is taking massive damage. He will drop to the deck 2 minutes without your Sven at all.
As well.
Buybacks coming out from Liquid en masse. Makoto's the only casualty for Talon. He will buy back now as Jabz getting chased into the tree line. Getting forced, but will not survive the onslaught. And Boxi, he's getting controlled. As 23 Savage, he's going to take a finger of death. The Sunder, the Lotus Orb is going to prevent him from using it. Nicely played from Liquid. They take out the TB.
Oh, they're going for the game-winning play here.
That's a buyback now onto the side of 23 Savage. Double Chakram, no connection on the tree again for Zai. That actually might save the life of Q, as now Ollie with his BKB trying to run away. Mikoto getting a nice stun onto 2 heroes with the spear to follow, doing massive damage, but their TB is not here yet. They don't have the physical damage.
He was waiting in base for the travels.
Mikoto go back in, getting the chakra on him. Gonna get force-staffed out of the chakrams. It's the Electric Vortex with the Nullifier now onto Nisha, trying to find somebody, gets the Hex again, but Q and company very low, but they'll be able to take out
the spear misses.
The Nisha in the end. Mikoto gets the kill. Now that's an instant buyback, and Jabz getting sundered by his teammate will actually save him for the time being, as Zai and company still surrounding him. Jabz gets force-staffed out. Nice double spear again. They have so many ways to kite the side of Liquid. Mikoto comes in with barely any mana as the Earth Splitter connects. Nisha is dead, and another arena, the third of this fight, and this is going to be a full team wipe for Talon, and they will win game #2 because they can just go for throne. No buybacks even remotely close.
Holy, what a fight, actually. Just keep going back and forth. Everyone's on 10% HP. I love the buybacks from Talon.
Not over yet. There is a buyback now onto the Sven, but he's going to be back in 15 seconds anyway.
Can he 2-on-5 this? With Lion, he's got a buyback even.
Yeah, we'll see. They get the tier 4 towers, and Talon playing very, very passively.
Okay, there's the Hex from Q.
Get the Hex though. Trying to go back in. And miCKe, waiting for that 23 Savage meta, which is now up, and he's hitting that Ancient. miCKe has to do something. There's the Hex initiation from Boxi. miCKe trying to finish somebody off. Mikoto able to zip away just out of distance.
Deep in seal.
Perhaps if you were Superman, you'd be able to catch up to him, but no! They gave the axe to the Lash instead, and they're gonna die outright, so GG's are called, and Talon take game #2, which means we're going the full distance.
Before this game, IO, Lushrak, and Lion both Liquid play them like 100% win rate.
Snowball the mid game with the defusal timing Fly mentioned. I like Liquid's chances, but I'm honestly leaning towards Talon again.
Faith Beyond, you've been right about Talon Esports in game 2. Is this inspiring confidence in you when you look at their draft in game 3?
I think Liquid will win.
Very, very tanky target. Great job from Boxi, and the blood grenade is there. First blood, and Liquid get 3 again, just like game 1. But it might cost Insania his life. Gets a nice fortune then on the 3, but dies shortly after.
You're ever gonna get stomped, as miCKe taking quite a bit of beating.
Combo I thought he was gonna get the time.
Free throw right at the end towards when he wanted to time walk. What a sick kill in this lane.
He's See a slide from Mikoto, but Echo Stomp is there from the other side from Ollie as Nisha getting run down. Boxi in the area, but the shield crash. Nisha wants to commit. Plug grenade on top. Mikoto gets the slight though to be able to take out his mid lane
he drops the ward.
And yeah, the ward goes down, giving just enough vision for Boxi.
Oh, run it off, brother.
Bolt kill. Yep, he's coming for the old Wisdom Rune. Echo Stomp is there. Q. Oh, he's going to get multiple TPs in help. 3 seconds away from the Wisdom Rune. Who can click faster? Ollie trying to go for it. He will get it. The Rolling Thunder comes out from Nisha, but they will be denied the Wisdom Rune. Both of which going the way of Talon, and despite Ollie done, even with this death, I think it's honestly worth it still.
Now, this is just what we always see gaming gladiators do. You have this super strong Ember on Mikoto.
Yeah, Nisha's used most of his spells, still has his ult.
Have a
Can
toss
he get
of
it off in
both.
time? Echo Stomp gonna be there as Insania. Looks like he'll get right-click down, but Nisha does get off his ult in time.
miCKe's here.
Showing up for this fight as well. He's going to try to focus on the Tiny instead as the Chrono is placed. A nice swash is there. Q is dead. The remnants onto the low ground is Mikoto getting chased by the big bad Brood. Another remnant out. Fade Bolt connects. The Spiders continuing to chase as Zai
he has another slide.
finishes off, but the Flame Guard is there. So some way, somehow, Mikoto lives. Nisha going with a big shield crash, getting a lot of damage mitigation. But the vacuum back in. And Boxi,
23 Savage here.
But Nisha assassinated from 23 Savage, who shows up out of nowhere. And Talon quickly to this Ion Shell from Jabz. Gonna get rooted up. Nisha there with his newly picked up Diffusal, but the chain's gonna stop his ult in his track as miCKe gets off the Chronosphere. They're able to delete the Darkseer.
Good save.
False Promise saving Nisha for the time being. Is he taking too much damage? There's a big swash onto the Morphling, but they do find Nisha in the end through the False Promise and all that juiciness. miCKe just barely getting out with that Time Walk. Gets a respectable amount of HP on top, but he's going to get dropped either way because the rest of Talon were waiting for him. And now Zai in a sticky situation, trying to get one kill on the way out, but he's not going to find it. So
we'll be getting this Aegis on 23 Savage.
Yeah, he is super farmed as well. Top net worth in the game. Rax is exposed, and the Roshan is very slow. Are they actually going to give up the Rax?
Liquid are still coming, by the way.
Second fortification is there, and Zai's like, I guess I'm just going to stay. The Aegis is claimed by the side of Talon. TP's coming in the form of 23 Savage, turns into the Brood Mothers. Ollie getting off his ult, but Zai BKB, he just gets the melee Rax. Even if he dies, well worth it. He's attempting to TP out.
No way, no way,
He's out! Oh my god, he gets away with it!
Liquid are being so annoying. Zai's pushing mid and they're just playing the time.
They actually popped the fortification. They used the normal punch as well. The BKB from Zai. Will he focus on the hero or the Rax is the question. Back to the Rax it goes.
miCKe.
Meanwhile, the other side of the map, miCKe gets a Chronosphere onto 2, while 23 Savage is trying to focus on the supports, but Nisha gets off his ultimate. Doing a lot of control here, but the Rax are going to go down as Zai getting basically the second set. Meanwhile, this fight continues. Nisha getting perma-stun after perma-stun onto 23 Savage. Finally, the waveform away. Mikoto getting swashbuckled. The Searing Chains is there onto him. Great steal from the Rubik.
Who cares about any of this?
3 dead, and Zai want Liquid to be in the base. There's the Avalanche toss.
Vacuum
the
punch.
disruption is Jabz trying to control miCKe, but Time Walks most of the damage out. Meanwhile, Nisha getting off his ult.
Mikoto, ping pong.
Trying to find Mikoto, but he cannot. So many remnants away as Insania is the target. He's going to have the False Promise himself as 23 Savage stuck amidst a lot of members of Liquid. Aegis down. Nisha inside his roll-up right now. He's getting a lot of damage taken by this Brood.
He missed the Chrono!
Savage destroys Insania. miCKe completely whiffs on the Chronosphere.
He has a refresher shard.
Fire onto 23 Savage. The Time Walk away. And Nisha ends up dropping, so it's a 2. Rapier's next on the list, apparently. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Zai pops the BKB, getting up the fire onto Jabz. Nice swashbuckle from Nisha. Gets off his ult as well, but the Chronosphere's there on his teammate. Do they have the damage to actually kill anybody inside? Q's going to be fighting against Force Staff to the low ground. Meanwhile, there's another fight over here. Mikoto getting super low. They kill Zai, the monster of this game. It's a 1-for-1, but it's only a support down for Talon. Buybacks for both heroes that are dead right now. 23 Savage getting the bash. Thank you.
He refreshes Chrono.
Yep, this is going to be an instant sheep though. As 23 Savage gets off the Manta, and Nisha in that roll-up ends up stunning 23 Savage as a result. Now 23 trying to get something more out of it. Here comes Mikoto with a huge slight into Searing Chains. Boxi gets False Promise. Likely will die shortly after as the Eon Disc procs on Insania. Big vacuum comes out. Second Chrono of the fight. miCKe finds the Elder Titan. And we can see that Morphling getting pretty damn low on HP, but now the attribute shift comes into play. Many buybacks to come as well. Reign of Destiny onto miCKe, will not take any damage as a result. Also has his 25 talent, the Fate's Edict still applied, but that will be the end of the reign of 23 Savage. Does have buyback, we'll see if he expends it, but Mikoto, he ends up going down. Triple kill for buybacks, and we can see that Talon has all the buybacks available for these heroes that are dead. They expend one. Mikoto trying to be a little bit greedy to see if he can be enough to defend. There's the toss back into the buyback, but Zai gets off his BKB. It's all the buybacks coming out from Talon now. As the BKB picked up by the Morphling. 23 Savage not
on Zai, no BKB
here. Focusing on Zai. Can he get out? He's gonna get false promise, but this is so much physical damage to withstand. And Zai might be blowing up, but gets the insatiable hunger off. Will that be enough? No. Dead for 2 full minutes.
They're going for more. They're going for more.
Now on the run. miCKe gets off his BKB, but he's completely out of mana. Gets bashed up by the 23 Savage Void Spirit. Well, onto the high ground they go. Nisha and miCKe. miCKe's gonna get Avalanche. The Fate's Edict doing a little bit for him, but he eventually will drop. So a nice defense from Talon. And see if they can force a buyback onto the side of Liquid. But of course,
Napier indeed. That Stadel is still pretty damn good as we have a lot of TP.
Oh, Nisha. He's gonna get spotted. Gonna get spotted here as miCKe jumps in, getting the bash up with the Chronosphere onto the Morphling. Mikoto onto the backline he goes as Nisha's working pretty low, but he gets off his Rolling Thunder. 23 Savage getting controlled. I think that was the Wind Waker used on him. As Boxi now attempting to run away, but they lost Mikoto. Does have tons of remnants back, like you said, his Nullifier applied to 23 Savage. There goes Mikoto, he instantly gets hexed into the swashbuckle. Nisha trying to get some damage applied to him, but finally BKB comes out as the Void looks to be dead. So many remnants to work with for Mikoto.
Zai?
Buybacks galore for Liquid. Zai takes a tumble, has the buyback still intact. From Q is completely stopped in his track as miCKe jumping in as well. The Chronosphere onto 3. They're going to be able to kill the Tiny, but the Eon this procs onto Darkseer. Jabz trying to get some help from 23 Savage. Finally turns it into the Void. Trying to take out Insania, but another
holy shit, 23!
Taking so much damage. The false promise is right there, right outside the fountain. He should be able to live as a result. And 23 Savage, Nisha getting his second ult off, it looks like. Swashbuckling on the other side of the wall as he's pursued and he's blocked in now by 23 Savage. A huge slide and Nisha dead for 2 full minutes. But into the fountain, 23 Savage goes. He's controlled for the time being, but he uses the time out again. A lot of damage back as Boxi still gonna live some way, somehow. And 23 Savage time walks back to the tier 3. A nice toss back. Zai being brought back into the front.
Savage, he doesn't
prematurely. You can see their base is actually dying on the other side as well, but it's just to creep most of the focus here from the side of Talon on these buildings. And you can see
Zai's
the damage being applied on the other side. How close is he? If the Ancient is fully exposed, can they outpush the Brood?
The TP!
Brood only has an TP. The cancels of the TPs. Can they kill the Ancient? No way! Talon, you better be careful because Zai's coming for your bait.
Whoa!
And he's gonna win game 4. Oh my goodness!
Are you serious?
He has
Even more of a team game. I don't think I've seen this heavy of a solo carry performance in the last few years. This for me